But as long as there's bad men, it will always require good men willing to do.
This is literally the gun conversation to me, to be honest. Like, even though he probably didn't intend to make it seem like it's related to the gun situation because he's just talking about men, but like, men are dangerous, guns are dangerous, sharks are dangerous, life's dangerous. It's all who's controlling it, who's holding it, and the circumstances that dictate it. Great video. I'm gonna go on a tangent though. Criminals and or bad guys and or bad men do not give a shit about nothing, including you, including themselves, including the circumstances that may occur after they do what they do. For the fact that there are other people that hold guns, respect guns, and aren't willing to shoot them willy-nilly and actually give a shit about other people's existence, just like there are men that actually give a shit about how they are viewed in society. They give a shit about their mother, they give a shit about their sister, they give a shit about their daughter, they just give a shit about themselves in general, to a point that they don't try to drag their whole entire existence into the dirt. You gotta deal with the good and the bad, whether it makes you happy or sad. Because at the end of the day, it's what makes the whole entire system work. Also, the Fairly Odd Parents already did this. Not the gun thing, the whole entire men on one side, women on the other side, it didn't work out. They end up wanting to be back with each other anyways. And how I think outlawing guns is gonna go is basically how they fucking did with the alcohol. And like I said, criminals don't give a shit. They'll get the guns regardless. It's just the good people that are gonna need it. Just like not all men are bad. And I've always felt like, as a dude, I literally spend a lot of time and energy on trying not to look like a bad guy. Because I don't really know what a bad guy looks like, but at the same time, I don't know what a good guy looks like, because they all essentially look the same until circumstances happen and things occur, and it's just like, statistically, you're likely to be sexually assaulted by somebody that you know than somebody that you don't know. Higher statistic is what I'm essentially saying is, stranger danger isn't much of a danger. It's, oh, I know you. Oh, I know you. Oh, why the fuck did you do that to me? So I guess it goes back to that old line, it takes a good guy with a gun to stop a bad guy with a gun. Just like it takes a good man to stop a bad man. Or if you females want to rally around and beat the living shit out of that piece of shit, go ahead. Why the fuck not? I think we should bring mobs back. Because, yeah, some people, you physically cannot fight, which is why we need guns. But if you can't obtain a gun, maybe you could obtain 2 or 3 other people that are like-minded like you and then curb stomp the living shit out of them. I believe in fair fights, but I grew up on anime. All the bosses got jumped. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Like, yeah, every once in a while the main character would, like, 1v1 the person, but if they were bad enough, that motherfucker got jumped. And until that hero got that power boost, which in real life is more or less of a gun, because, like, come on, how much more of a power boost? Like, you walk in by yourself, stacks, you know, you may be physically fit and all this and all that, but you come up against somebody that just destroys your stats. A gun doesn't equalize shit. A gun makes you a champion. Unless they have a gun, then you need a bigger gun and a faster trigger finger. Either way, I'm going off. The point of the matter is, there's always going to be struggles in life. There's always going to be someone misrepresenting it and misusing things. So therefore, you have to take into thought and consideration when you use the things that you use. Am I going to use them as retarded as everybody else is? Or am I going to think about it and teach others how to use it the right way? Which is why I always ignore women. Because the bad guy's always watching you. And I don't give a fuck. As long as you don't get in my way. And even if you do, excuse me, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. You going this way? Because I'm going that way. I just don't want to get in your way, okay? I believe one day we'll reach peace. But that looks like that's going to be about 279 years from here. Like, we've got a lot of time. We've got a lot of war. We've got a lot of arguing. But I believe one day we'll make human existence great. Because I don't ever know when it was great because of all the segregation of hate, color, gender, height. It's just so fucking stupid and minute. Doesn't fucking matter. Have they raped anyone? Have they molested anybody? Have they kidnapped anybody? What have they done? Aside from looked at you a little too long. Aside from not kissing your ass after you stood up. Aside from not feeding your so needy ego. What have they done? Truly. I'm not the bad guy. Guns aren't the bad guy. This is the bad guy. But who does it belong to? Check people's mind, ask a bunch of questions, test their patience. You gotta figure out what's best for you. Learn what's a good red flag and learn to leave. You don't have to wait to find out. Intuition tells me not to go a lot of places because, ooh, life be a bitch sometimes.